Hello everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to our mobility video number three. Yeah, so today we're going to go over some smashing and some flossing and some more smashing. So we'll show you all the three different variations of things that we're going to go over. We'll have modifications for some of the movements. So what we're going to do first is called the Glute Smash. So we're working on the glutes, which is the butt cheek. If you have a tennis ball, a racquetball, a lacrosse ball, anything that's round that your body can actually absorb and it doesn't hurt too bad would be a good idea. So what we're going to have you do is take that ball, and you're going to go ahead and sit on it on one of those glutes. So one of your butt cheeks is just going to be sitting on it. This is it's a very uncomfortable and weird feeling in the beginning when you start it, but afterwards you can tell why you actually do it. So it's breaking up the myofascia on the glute. So what Kelsey's going to do is she's going to roll around with it for about a minute, and then she's going to feel a lot of hot spots for a minute, and then once she's done and completed for a minute, she's going to pause and find one of those hot spots. So once she finds one, she's going to go ahead and sit on it, apply as much or as little pressure as she wants. You can lean off the ball if you need to. The more you lean on it, the more pressure there is. And then you're going to squeeze for 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, so the last minute of the stretch. So the first minute rolling around, second minute, you're gonna clench your butt for 5 to 10 seconds on that specific hot spot, and then release for 5 to 10 seconds. And just let it soak into that soft tissue. And then again, squeeze for 5 to 10 seconds. And then you're gonna relax for 5 to 10 seconds. And you're gonna keep doing that for the next minute. So that will definitely be a battle. Feel free to get out of a spot, find another spot, and then start those contractions and release, contractions and release. And then you should end up 2 minutes on that glute. And then you'll do the same thing on the other side. 1 minute of rolling around and finding all the hot spots. 1 minute of contraction for 5 to 10 seconds. And the next one's going to be the Hamstring Smash. And you can do this with 2 objects. Today we're going to do them with a lacrosse ball. Again, any style of round object. Baseball works too, anything like that. And you're going to place this guy in the middle of your hamstring. So the hamstring's 2 big muscles running along your leg, from the glute underneath the butt all the way down to the top of the knee. So what space is supposed to be is right in between the 2 muscles. So where you want to trigger that ball is going to be right below the butt cheek and the hamstring where they meet. And then you'll do 15 kicks, and we'll show you what those are in a second. Move it to the middle of the leg for 15 kicks, and then 15 more kicks right above the knee, right at the end of the hamstring right there. So Kelsey's gonna go ahead and show you how to sit on the ball. So the first position is gonna be the glute / hamstring insertion area. And you're gonna sit there, find the spot, and then once you're ready to go, you're gonna go ahead and apply pressure and extend the leg 15 times. So what this is doing is it's making the hamstring move. It's getting long and it's shortening. It's getting long and it's shortening. So as she moves that hamstring, the ball is distracting that area and causing more blood flow to come to that area. And then that's how we heal. So you're kind of calling the troops to the battle to help combat that soreness and help recovery speed up. So then she's down 15 of those. She'll go in the middle of the hamstring. She'll do 15 more kicks. We're going to pretend like she did 15 kicks here. And then once she's done with 15 kicks there, she'll go ahead and stand up, place it at the bottom part, right above the knee, end of the hamstring, and 15 more. And you might feel less range as you get lower in the leg, and that's pretty normal. It'll loosen up over time. 15, 15, 15, and then you'll do it on the opposite side. All right. You can also do it with this handy dandy Theracane. So Kelsey's gonna go ahead and take that Theracane. Hook's gonna be up when you do this. This little nub right here is gonna hook right into that meaty area that we were talking about underneath the hamstring. And you just have to scoot off the chair a little bit on this one and apply the pressure. And this one's great because You get to choose how much pressure you want, and because that leg's just free. And you're gonna go ahead and do those leg curls, 15 of them. Apply pressure up for more, release pressure down for less. And again, 15 in the middle, and then 15 down by the knee and the end of the hamstring. Cool. All right. So that is the hamstring smash with 2 different objects, lacrosse ball and Theracane. And the last thing we're going to talk about today is the Voodoo Floss. So we have this nice roll of rubber here that will wrap around your knee area today. We'll show you how to do that. Just want to chat a little bit about the differences. Some of you have Theraband out there and you can use that. It's just a little different because it's not as thick as this. But this can be aggressive feeling, and the Theraband is kind of sometimes perfect for people. So the heavier Theraband you want to use, and you would wrap it the same way you wrap this. It just might be a little bit sloppier because it's kind of more wobbly and all over the place. But it does the same thing. Also, this will stick to the skin a little bit more because it's made to do that. The Theraband might kind of crinkle up, and that's okay too. It still does the same thing, and it's not a bad thing. So we could talk about it more if you have any questions. So how we're going to do this is we're going to have the person sitting on the end of the chair extend their leg. Okay, so Kelsey does have her leg fully extended, and her heel is into the ground, and her toes are going to point just up, but you can still just rest it. So now we're flexing the back of the leg. Okay, so her toes are pointing that way, heels on the ground. Okay, so once she's there and she's extended, I'm going to take this roll of Voodoo Floss, and she can do this on her own too. So I'm going to have her do it so you can see how someone will do it. So you would start at the bottom, right below the knee, which in that patellar area. So there's a little bony part right at the bottom of the kneecap. You're going to go ahead and slap the end on right there. And now you're going to roll away from the knee. Okay, so just like we squat, we never squat with our knee in this way. We want to always externally rotate. So just think about wrapping that knee outward. Okay, so she's going to go ahead and she's going to wrap as tight as she wants. This is definitely a self-preference. So if you're a beginner, you might wrap a little bit lighter, and that's okay. It might not be light to you. But as you go on and you get more comfortable with it, you can see Kelsey wraps it pretty tight. That way we get that blood kind of pushed out of that area. That's the whole goal. And it is tricky to kind of fasten sometimes. So don't worry about the tension on it. It'll do its job. So what we're going to do once she gets it all fastened, she's going to go ahead and do 10 stand-ups from her chair. So this is just getting flexion in that knee. So she's bending the knee, standing all the way up, feet are flat on the ground, and she's just thinking about still squeezing her tummy to protect her lower back when she's doing this, but also doing some good squats, okay? Once she does about 10 of those, she's going to go ahead and just sit down, and she's going to get all 10 in. Woo!
Now I am.
Even after a hard workout, we're all fried right now. She's going to keep it on for a second, and she can pull the leg back to herself and flex it if she wants to, or she can kick out with it if you don't want to stand up and sit down, and if it hurts your knee to do that. This is a modification instead of that. Once she's done and her leg feels like it might fall off, she's going to unwrap it as quick as she can. Just kidding, you can do it at your own pace too. And then once it's off, you should feel that blood flow and rush right back to that area, creating, again, more buddies to come in and fight the battle for you with recovery. And you can kind of test out that knee. Sometimes we have more flexion. We can get deeper in a squat when we do that movement or that flossing stuff. All right, you guys, that's all we have for you today. Anything else?
Nope, you did awesome.
All right, you guys enjoy. Have a good night.
Luck.
Bye.
Bye.